Hey guys, welcome back to another Vlogmas. I am sorry I haven't really posted vlogs these past 2-3 days. I've just been pretty busy, so I found this easier for me to post. Tonight I actually have my boyfriend's work's Christmas party or holiday party, I guess, and I can't vlog there. I mean, I can, but I would feel pretty awkward if I were to vlog around people that I haven't really been around, or I haven't even met some of them, so I can't vlog. I would feel weird, and I don't want to be like showing anyone that, you know, would not be comfortable with it, so I just decided to do this instead. Did want to talk to you guys a little bit about why I went plant-based and when was the first time I cheated on my plant-based diet. I'm actually going to be eating. I haven't ate all day, you guys, so I went to go pick up from my phone just in case. I need to kind of rush this video because I need to figure out what I'm going to wear, and my boyfriend should be coming home soon, so I want to get this filmed really quick. I'm going to be eating a vegan steak bowl from Brazilian Muscle Bowls here in Bakersfield. So it's a steak, potatoes, and broccoli. I want to pick it up right now because I'm freaking starving, you guys, so don't mind me eating. Okay, so let's talk about when it started. If you guys don't know, I went vegetarian in January of 2018. I did pretty amazing actually in not craving meat or not giving in to any meat, since as a vegetarian, if you don't know, the difference between a vegetarian and a vegan or plant-based is, as a vegetarian you just don't eat meat, you can still have dairy, and as a vegan or plant-based or on a plant-based diet, you can't have anything that has to do with animals, just plant-based things. So no meat, no dairy, no seafood, nothing like that. I decided to go vegan this year because I wanted to try it. I did it for health purposes, not for the whole animal cruelty, but I must say that I am starting to learn more about it, and I am being more affected by it. So yes, so no, I'm not doing it for the animals, but it is something that I'm learning about in the process, and I hope that as I continue with this journey that it's not just because of health purposes, but also because of all the animal cruelty that's going on in this world. So the reason why I went vegetarian in the first place was because my mom has fibromyalgia and depression and just a bunch of things that are affecting her. On my whole dad's side, at least, I believe almost all of his brothers have diabetes, and I started just becoming more aware of all these diseases that are out there. My dad had heard about this doctor, which I don't remember his name, but he had told me about this doctor that he had heard about in the radio, that he had this hospital, I don't know what you call it, where you can go for, I think it's about 2 weeks to a month, and he shows you how to eat a plant-based diet, and a lot of people came out cured from a bunch of diseases that they had just because of following that plant-based diet. So he was telling me to look into it, that we would be able to send my mom, and this was almost like 3 years ago. So I looked into it, I did my research, and it just really intrigued me. I started just researching what the benefits were on following a plant-based diet, which were amazing. It's what made me want to go vegetarian and now plant-based. And the goal is to obviously me do this, and then hopefully be able to teach my parents and my family how to follow a healthy plant-based diet. I haven't been the healthiest being a vegetarian or plant-based. I feel like it was just something new to me, so it was pretty interesting for me to try vegan foods. that had no meat or dairy but looked like it, you know, like there's vegan cheese, vegan pizzas, there's vegan meat. Like I'm eating plant-based steak, I'm eating vegan steak. So it's just, it was interesting to me to be able to try all these new things. I'm trying to just balance it out right now. I eat bad, but then I have my days where I eat good too. That way I'm not gaining weight. I feel like I do want to. So last year my goal was to go vegetarian. This year my goal was to go plant-based. And next year, or vegan. Follow a vegan diet, not full on vegan. Just follow a vegan diet or plant-based diet, because I'm trying to just slowly transition to this. I feel like being a full vegan is, you know, not using anything that has any has been tested on animals or anything like that. And I'm pretty sure I have things that have been tested on animals that I don't even know of. Now I do look at that, but before I didn't, so I don't want to just toss out things that I already have, you know. So I do kind of want to slowly transition into that. I'm kind of just testing the waters right now. And so I went plant-based this year, and like I said, it was all for health purposes. So I do want to start following a really healthy plant-based diet. So that's actually my goal for next year. Now I got a lot out of my system in trying a bunch of vegan junk food, where next year I can start cooking more at home. I feel like I've done it at times this year and I loved it. So I do want to focus on doing that more next year and make sure that I'm actually being more healthy than getting sidetracked and eating out. So I did good last year going vegetarian. I didn't miss the meat. I feel like this year I was good too at the beginning. A couple months back, I want to say like towards the summer, I was having a hard time, you guys. I made ketchup in my hot sauce over here. I just spilled some. I was having a hard time. I would have my moments where, I don't know why, it was just like a couple weeks that I was really craving meat, and I would be around it and smell it, and before it would be fine. I wouldn't even crave it. I felt like being vegetarian, it helped a lot more because I would be able to substitute my meat with cheese. It was something that I was familiar with. This year it was just all new stuff, so I feel that's what made it harder. Even going to like a Mexican restaurant, you know, it was so easy for me to just be like, if I got enchiladas, just, you know, put cheese in it and beans. And now it's kind of hard because mostly everything in a Mexican restaurant is cross-contaminated with, you know, beef or something. So it's kind of harder. And this year I haven't been too picky on myself where I'm like, oh, you can't cook it on the same grill or anything like that, because I'm learning, and it's my first year and it's a learning process for me, and I'm trying to like transition to it so it's not just such a big impact on me. But a couple months back, I was having a hard time where I was like really debating if I could continue this. And I think it was just me having to go back to eating healthy. I don't know, maybe it will happen again. I don't know. But it was tough, you guys, where I really wanted like real pizza. I wanted a carne asada. I grew up my whole life like thinking it was okay to eat meat or eat dairy, that obviously from one day to another it's gonna be, you know, so I'm gonna have my moments where I'm gonna be like, damn, I do miss my traditional Mexican homemade foods. But it's getting easier. Whenever my mom makes a special dish at home, she just try to veganize it for me. But it's not easy. It was easy for me last year when I was vegetarian. This year has been more challenging, but I'm loving every moment of it. And I did want to come here and do this video because I wanted to tell you guys about a weak moment that I had. and I cheated for the first time in the past almost 2 years. It was recently, and I did talk about it in my video when I went to Chicago, that I felt like I was gonna break in. But you guys, I caved in Chicago, and I had cheese. Actually, so I just showed my video that I had. They were able to do a vegan spaghetti for me with vegan meatballs, vegan spaghetti meatballs. And it was delicious. I loved it. I think what got to me more was that I had been wanting to go to Chicago since my cousin had gone last year. I think she went the year before that, and I just wasn't able to go with her. And she had already mentioned to me that their pizza was so good and I needed to try it. So I had been looking forward to try it. So I was supposed to go, and then I couldn't make it. So me being there just made me be like, oh my god, I really wanted to try this place. How am I not gonna try it? So I was fine. So I did have it 3 times. Not like a full-on pizza, you guys. The first time I had my spaghetti, but I did end up trying literally like this much of the cheese, just because I wanted to get a taste of it and just have it, just be able to say that I at least tried it, you know. I did not regret it at all. I'm not here to be like, oh my god, I'm sorry you guys, I had cheese. It's my body, and I feel like it was my decision, and I'm owning up to it. But I don't regret it. I feel like I left at least satisfied, and I feel like if I would have left and not tried it, I would have been like, damn, I'm never gonna know what it tastes like. And so the first night I did have a small piece, but by the time it was cold, so I didn't really get to taste it. Then the second day, we went to, I forgot what the place was called. I tried it there. Literally just had like a little piece. And I was like, oh, it's good. And I tried it because it was different from the other, I think the first place we went to was Giordano's. From there I was like, oh, okay, it's okay. But it wasn't like, oh, I want more, you know. Now the third day, that was our last day, I was like, I need to have, I was so like, since we went in the restaurant, I was like, should I have some? Should I not have some? Oh my god. So I ended up having half of it. I pretty much ended up just taking off the cheese and eating the cheese. It was a small piece. They literally gave me the smallest piece. And I tried it. And I'm not gonna lie, it was delicious. But it made me just be like, okay, you're not missing out. So I feel like that was good for me. Because now I think about it, I'm like, oh, I don't need it. You know, I'll be fine next time I go. Or, you know, whatever. I think I've just had it, I haven't had it for so long that my body has adjusted to it. And it's so crazy because cheese used to be legit my favorite thing. I used to top cheese on everything, loaded up. I loved cheese. So the fact that I had it and I was like, okay, I don't need this in my body, it made me happy, because I felt like trying it made me be like, okay, I'm gonna be okay in this journey. And that's what I needed, because I've been having such a tough time, or I was having such a tough time a couple months back, that it just reminded me of why I started, and it made me just want to keep going. So I did want to tell you guys, I know I had a few comments that were like, I'm so proud of you for not, you know, giving up or not giving into temptation. And I did, you guys, but it was more of, not that I gave in into temptation. Honestly, when people tell me that I have to try something, and it's something like that where I know I shouldn't eat, it makes me not want to eat it, just because I want to prove to that person, look, I'm not going to eat that shit, you know, like, I'm not going to eat it. I don't want to. It's not in my diet. It was just because it was something that I had been wanting to try for a couple years, and I was there and I was like, look, let me just try it. And yeah, so I just wanted to put it out there. I do not regret it. It put me back in my place as to why I started in the first place. It's a learning process, you guys. I enjoying the ride. I feel like I get to try a lot of recipes that I'm like, I can't believe this is vegan. So I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about that. It is frustrating being vegan and like having so many people around you that are not. Because you go vegan and then everyone's all of a sudden worried about your protein intake. It's like, well, when you see me going to go get pizza, go get Jack in the Box or In-N-Out or, you know, stuff like that. Fast food places, you're not telling me why are you going to eat that. So why are you worried now that I'm plant-based? You know, I feel like a lot of people, it's like, I don't mind if you want to learn about it and you're like, oh, okay, well, how does it work? But when people try to be like, no, it's so bad for you. Where are you getting your protein from? Like, all plants have protein. It's so crazy. Like, I didn't even know that, you know? And I know if I didn't know that, a lot of people don't know that. But I feel people try to go more on attack mode when I tell them that I'm on a plant-based diet. And all of a sudden, they're worried about my health. And, like, before when I was actually eating stuff that could kill me, you know? If I have any followers that are vegan too and have had a similar experience, let me know. It's something completely different, and I really, really, really hope that it's something I can stick to, because I could honestly say that I could see this being a lifestyle for me. I've enjoyed every moment of it, and even though I've had my ups and downs on this plant-based journey, it has been amazing to me, and I'm learning a lot. And I hope that as I become more aware of all the benefits and everything that comes with a plant-based diet, I hope that I can share that with you guys, because if it's gonna help me, why not share it so that I could help many others who are not aware of this, and just help you live like a better lifestyle, you know? And I'm only human, you guys. I'm not gonna be 100% perfect. Like, we were like, well, you're trying to be healthy, why are you still drinking beer? Why are you still drinking alcohol? Like, you guys, I just love alcohol, you know? And I know it's bad for me, and of course I do eventually kind of want to like drink less, but I'm not perfect. And yes, there's gonna be times that I'm not healthy, whether it's what I'm drinking or what I'm eating. I feel like I'm human and I'm allowed to have, you know, certain cheat times or whatever. As long as I try to balance it out to where I'm not being how I used to be and eat bad all the time plus drink, I think I'm doing pretty good at balancing it out right now, and I know I'm gonna do better, and I'm only gonna learn and get better. So yeah, that's just something I wanted to share with you guys. And I know a lot of people ask me why I started being plant-based, why I went vegan, and I've never really talked about it. I just talk about my journey, but it did start because of my parents, and I do hope that I'm able to not just educate myself, but educate my family, so that we're all healthy and we all live a healthy, long life, because, you know, I love them, and I of course want them to be with me and in the long run. And yes, I know life can be taken away from you from one day to another, but I want to at least know that I lived a healthy life. I at least want to try to live as long as I could healthy, where I'm not suffering later or at risk of having a heart attack or anything like that. So thank you to all of you who have been super supportive on my journey. I know I mess up at times and I cheat, and it's just life. I'm human and I'm allowed to mess up as well. I do want to continue being completely transparent with you guys. This is the journey that I'm sharing with you guys, and I want to make sure that I'm always honest with you guys. So I thought it was something important for me to share, that I did have cheese It's the first time I actually cheated intentionally, because I'm sure there's other times where if I've ordered something and it had something where I forgot. Like, I know there's times that I've ordered like a vegan burger and it still had mayo. Like things like that where I didn't intentionally cheat. Like I said, I'm not as strict on my diet. I do try to follow a plant-based diet, but there's times where it just, like, I forget certain things that have dairy and then it happens and I'm like, okay. But this was the first time I intentionally did decide to put some dairy in my body, and it was just a learning experience. And like I said, I don't regret it. I'm glad that I had it, because now I'm like, okay, cool. I'm fine without it. Like, I'm totally happy without it. But that's it, you guys. I'm gonna finish my food really quick before Alex gets here, and change and get going to his work's Christmas dinner. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys have any tips for me, if you guys are starting your plant-based journey or have been on one. It's always nice to come across people who are doing the same thing as you, because you're able to understand each other more, you know. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for a chance to win $25 through PayPal. Make sure you put the little Christmas tree emoji next to it so that I know you're trying to qualify for the giveaway. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Love you guys.